John realized something utterly terrifying when he mentioned Matt, as no one else seemed to remember him. When John rented the apartment, he was told he would be sharing it with another tenant. The agreement seemed simple, so he didn't question it. Matt was kinda quiet. He paid his share of the rent, but mostly stayed in his room. John rarely spoke to him. In fact, he never once heard Matt speak. When they passed each other in the apartment, Matt would simply nod or look away, but he never responded verbally. What unsettled John was not Matt's silence, but the strange consistency of his presence. John never heard him leave the apartment. He never heard the front door open or even close. No matter the time of the day, Matt always seemed to already be there. One night, John heard a noise coming from Matt's room. It sounded like slow scratching, just that it was deliberate. After listening for several minutes, John knocked on the door. There was no response. So, out of utter curiosity, he pushed the door open. He found that Matt's room was cold and coated in dust, as if it had not been used in a very long time. The bed, however, was neatly made, and the furniture showed no signs of daily use. Matt was sitting at the desk, facing the wall. John called him out, but Matt didn't move. Suddenly, the door behind John closed quietly. John turned just in time to see Matt's head rotate toward him. His face was blank, and his eyes were wide and unblinking. His mouth opened slightly, as if he were trying to remember how to speak. No sound came out. John ran. He didn't stop until he was outside the building. When he looked back, Matt was standing at the apartment window, watching him from the dark. The next morning, John returned to collect his belongings. When he mentioned Matt, the landlord looked confused, because according to the records, Matt had moved out weeks earlier. There had been no roommate listed ever since. As John left the building for the final time, he glanced up at the window. Matt was still standing there, except this time there was someone beside him, and it took John a moment to realize the second figure was himself.